So when I was 11, going on 12, I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. So that was a really fun way to spend my 12th birthday. The doctor I had at the time, he was like, oh, you should have cortisone injections for the pain. And I was like 11 going on 12, right? So I didn't even know what that was. And I was like, yeah, for the pain. So I had that done and something funky happened. I still don't know what exactly happened, but I wasn't able to walk on my right leg. And that was like where I got some of the shots. And so it just became this big ordeal. I got admitted into the hospital for nearly 2 months. But actually, I discovered songwriting in there. I found this place called, well, it was like a music room, but it was called the Peace Room. I considered it a music room because I always wrote songs in there. They weren't good. They were like, 12-year-old songs. But that's kind of where like my love for songwriting started. I started writing more after that, but I didn't really start like writing full songs that really meant something to me until I was like 15 years old. So once that, I don't know, that whole experience, like that Peace Room and all of, like the music that I like would practice or I would write in there kind of like was what really started it. And so after that, I was always in love with writing and like putting my thoughts on paper basically. Right after that though, like the year after, I started working with the Arthritis Foundation. So I've been working with them basically ever since. So from like 2011 to now. Mocha for Moolah started when I was like 16. My name is Owens. I am the host for tonight. When I was 16, I was Miss Tempe's Outstanding Teen, and I already knew my service was going to be at the Arthritis Foundation, and I was like, oh, I should have a fundraiser. Like I should create a fundraiser for this to raise lots of money for the Arthritis Foundation, and at that time also Children's Miracle Network. So I started that, and I did it at Bergie's, this coffee shop in downtown Gilbert first. And from there, we've done it at Sozo's. This past year, it was called Wings for Moolah. But it's essentially the same thing. We like bring musicians in, and then we have like a silent auction and a raffle, and then we try to get proceeds from whatever place we're holding it at. During that specific time period, that's when I like was in a band. So I was like meeting all these different musicians and artists on the local level, and we were like, oh, we're totally gonna do that. Music and performing has been a part of my life since I was 7. So for like that whole part, it was like a no-brainer. It became a constant because people love live music, and that's what attracts people in to fundraisers or anything like that, is the live music. So you attract people in that way, and then you raise the money the other ways. I feel like me working with the Arthritis Foundation and doing Mocha for Moolah has kind of maybe helped some people learn about it. Like if they come to the fundraiser, a lot of people think it's for old people, but that's a myth. Anyone can get arthritis. There's like lots of different kinds. When I got diagnosed with it, I think I was like, isn't this supposed to be for like grandmas and grandpas? I like was so confused. I got called a lot of fun names, like the whole cripple thing, the whole like old lady grandma thing. I had a cane actually when I got back from the hospital. So I had like done enough physical therapy to where I didn't have crutches anymore. I had this like little cane thing, and like the grandma comments, like they're gonna commence. So basically I had that cane, people would take it, they tried to fight each other with it like it was some kind of sword. I feel like any disability you have as a kid, like because kids don't understand anything, they like attack it. Because I feel like people fear what they don't understand. So I don't know. I think like me working with the Arthritis Foundation and trying to bring awareness to like my peers through Mocha for Moolah has helped people learn about it. Especially like people I'm friends with. Like, you don't judge things as harshly if you understand them. So I think that's kind of a positive part of doing Mocha for Moolah.